Alrighty guys, we're going to get started in about 4 minutes here. We are in a different location. We're in northern Florida, or central Florida. And we got one viewer moving up in the world, one person. Let's see here, let's play some, I got the Mac headphones in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play some meditative music before. Maybe I can, if there's a way to do it, I think. To do the sound out of the output out of the MacBook Pro speakers here. So 528. Been reading some good things about 528 frequency. It's supposed to be good for you. The main theory is that the other frequencies, the main frequencies people listen to, are bad for you. I'd have to read more into it. Let's see right here. Okay, we got one like, moving up in the world. And the market's been extremely boring. And when I say extremely boring, like it's been, I can't even recall it ever being really this boring. I mean, maybe a few months ago, after we had that crash to 40K, it was like this. We'll talk about it some more as we get going on this. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, should I say? Nightshade, what's up, man? $30 people in. Okay, we got something. Just gonna get started in just a minute here, guys. Maybe a little less, actually. About a minute 20. Yeah, a little bit more. That was close to it, but a little bit more. I've been better for a while, Ahmad. Yeah, I've been better for a while. Back in Florida now, but in Central Florida right now, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty much all better. Maybe a little, tiny bit congested, but not bad. Thanks, shout out to Ahmad Ali. Thanks so much, man, for super chat. Oh yeah. Let me post on Twitter that I'll be live. Maybe get a few more people in. Be live on YouTube in. Dang it. $30 seconds. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Let's get right into the analysis. And let's turn down our meditative music a little bit. Yeah, the shorts, well, how do I activate Turkish subtitles? You're going to have to, I don't know really how to do that. You're going to have to, I got to figure that out. I will do it when I get a chance, but let's get right into the analysis. So, yeah, let's start right here. Bitcoin, kind of top to bottom. Look, I mean, things are looking up for a long-term perspective. You know, the perspective that we could be bottoming out, especially on the weekly and the 2 week. I mean, look, we're getting deep in the red here. Not deep in the red, but significantly in the red. VWAP's curving up. Last time it was like this, and you got this dot, this anchor wave downward, double dots, green dot in the bottom, bam, that was our bear market bottom. Previous time before, look, money flow, once you get significantly in the red, you get that green dot, bam, that's your bottom. So that's pretty good. Also, we could look at the 2 week, and it's getting to the point where a lot of people are gone. A lot of people have given up, are gone, panic sold, that type of thing. So right here, same deal, your 2 week. I believe by the time you get this green dot, the anchor wave should be deep enough to be below that white line right here, so we could get the green dot below. And every time that happens, it's historically been our bear market bottoms, and that's a really, really bullish sign. Obviously, the fear of recession, all of these type of things. My main view on it is you could only put the Band-Aid on the bullet wound for so long. You could do things that delay the inflation, delay all of these things, but it will eventually go down. So looking at kind of the 2 day here, this is why I think we still have a little bit more carnage before we finally hit the bottom here. Also, the thing we got to realize too, let me show you this on the 2 week, is 200 weekly moving average. This signified the bottom in 2018. Don't believe it signified, well, yeah, somewhat of the bottom in 2015. This was in August though. I believe it could have been, I'd have to look, but anyway, it's a very strong place. I mean, we do go under it from time to time, but right now it's at about a little over 22K. That would make for a nice bottom. Also, if things get really boring here, which they can, it could take a few weeks here. It could be at 23K by the time we hit it. Will we hit it? Who knows? I think it's probably a little bit more likely than not. It would make for a real nice bottom, 22K. Maybe we could hit it after, in months from now when it's at 25K or something. So we'll see what happens with that. Your 2 day VWAP is trying to come down. RSI is very low. I think this could easily curve around, print a red dot. Also, the daily, you're getting, this yellow X, I feel like could play out a lot more in the coming days. You are getting that divergence here. I'd be a little careful. We are in a weekend, a holiday weekend, and a Sunday. Be very careful right now if you're longing, I would say. That's coming up. Your RSIs, I think, you're probably going to come down. You're probably going to come down a little bit farther, I'd say, in the next month, in the next few weeks. We're getting very close to the bottom, though. I think it's going to be, something like this, maybe bottom around here, maybe even last June 11th or something. We got a few more days. I've been saying buy in May at 24K. A few more days to get to that 24K mark. It definitely could happen if we dump down, especially a Sunday night dump, into next week or something. S&P rebounded a little bit. It could just get a bit more ugly as markets open on Monday or Tuesday, excuse me. I believe they're closed for Memorial Day. So yeah, your 12-hour coming around, same type of deal. I believe it could come down more. I think by the time you get into the green with some of these, your 8-hour, your 12-hour, your 10-hour, that would signify your bottom. That would probably happen around the time the weekly prints the green dot. So that would be very bullish. That would probably signify a bottom. Obviously, that's not going to be the exact bottom. You'd probably be, I don't know, at 30K or more by then, but still a really good buy entry. Money flow crossover on your 6-hour, it is what it is. I mean, it could easily come back in the red, kind of like what we saw with the 4-hour, came back in the red, now back in the green. This is just nothing. This is just very sideways, very boring. The last time we were kind of like this was after the dump to 40K a few months back, last year, towards the end of 2021. It was boring for a while, and then you just came down lower. Maybe we repeat that. Less likely we come up, in my opinion. I think right here could be kind of a local top, and we just come down, especially with the hourly. Look at your 4-hour, this VWAP is starting to curve down, been above the zero line for a while. Your 15 minutes about to come into the red. Last time it came into the red, nothing really came out. But usually these crossovers into the red in this environment, very bearish. I mean, this could easily, if we repeat something like this, I mean, this could bring us down a nice 5%, and then this could happen within the next 24 or 48 hours. 5.5% would bring us down to, let's see here, 27. It would be a local low or something around this 5-6%, 27K. So Yeah, that's Bitcoin. Let's look at the chat really quick here. Um, it's gonna be a while, man, for that. When is Bybit gonna allow us to use the software? Guys, smash the like button. Um, um, let's see. I'm long since 27K. How long usually it takes for 15 minute and 1 hour money flow crossover to ready to play out? Oh man, that's a tough question. It depends. It depends. Sometimes, in a time, weekend, probably in this environment, probably a while, man. It's been slow. It's been really slow. So yeah, what's up, guys? And 75 years. All right, let's move on to Ethereum. And we're kind of seeing what happened in 2018 and into 2019. Bitcoin starting to outperform Ethereum. Well, has been, but look, I mean, we're at the local low for Ethereum. If it was doing the same as Bitcoin, it would probably be up to closer to 2,000. We're just hovering around 1,800, so a bit bearish. But the main thing we're looking at here is we're getting close. Probably the next green dot on the weekly. This was that one, and that was a black swan, but came up a lot there. This one didn't work out too well. You just came down farther. So this would be kind of Ethereum's more of the case where you got that green dot as you came into the red, which would probably happen here. It'd be similar to that pattern. And then you came down, quite a bit farther. You came down another, 60%. I don't think you're going to come down that much farther here, just because Ethereum's such a bigger project now. It's not like it was kind of like a Cardano back in those days, but now it's much different. I think you could come down, maybe 30%. Not that much, but well, probably worst case scenario 1,200, but really worst case scenario 1,000. I mean, things could get bad with this, but my main view is 1,600 we bottom out at with this green dot as we come into the red, and it could be a little bit different than here. If we look at the monthly, I believe, I believe you have the red X right here right now, and last time this happened, you kind of came down the same thing. So Ethereum's definitely more bearish if history plays out the same. Ethereum's more bearish, Bitcoin is more bullish if history plays out the same way. Let's look at the 2 week here. Yeah, not the most amount of data, but think about it this way. When we did bottom out here, and not enough data, it's hard to really, maybe I could see a little bit more on the Bitstamp chart here. Yeah, okay. So when we did finally bottom out here, money flow was more decreased on the 2 weeks. So this is interesting. It's kind of between, it's hard. Ethereum's telling us more bearish, and we got more carnage to go. Bitcoin's telling us we're getting close to the bottom. It could go either way here. Definitely could go either way here. I do think you're going to at least kind of, let's look more at the Coinbase chart here. I do think you're at least going to come a bit lower, 1,600, 1,500, that area. Once you lose that area, then it gets kind of ugly. Then you would probably go to 1,200, I think. That would be the 30% down. At 1,200, it would be half of that 60% correction. 1,200, see how you have some confluence at 15, high 15s. That's why this area, see right here, this area I've been really big on. If you lose this area, I think probably here you definitely is your next place around 1,200, 1,100. That would be the huge place, and that would probably signify a bottom. That's kind of the worst case scenario I see for Ethereum, around 1,200. But I do think there's a good shot of it holding the previous bull market high around 1,600. I do think there's a good shot there. And, I look at technicals on Bitcoin, kind of, I trust those more than what I see on any altcoin or anything else here. So that's why I do think we're getting close to the bottom. Obviously, Bitcoin, they'll probably bottom out, obviously, at the same time. But Bitcoin could outperform it for, 6 months to a year, as we saw in, our 2019 little mini bull run. I'd consider that kind of a mini bull run in 2019. That's what happened there. So it does seem likely that history will repeat. Short term here, your VWAP's coming down just like Bitcoin. You're going to get that red dot relatively soon. Funding fees have still been generally positive. This 15-minute money flow crossover into the red. See, this one didn't work out too well. This one didn't work out too well. Just choppy here. The next one I feel like will probably bring you down. It'll probably bring you down to, I'd say at least, this point here, probably a bit more. It'd probably be the one that, is 6%, 1,600. That's at least we're going to get into the 1,600s there, I would say. This could be a Sunday night dump into Monday. It definitely could be a Sunday night dump into Monday. That's what I've been saying here. This would make sense, with your hourly red dot here that we're hitting a local high. That would make a lot of sense. 4-hour candle on Bitcoin looks very bearish. Yes, it does. AVAX, definitely more bearish. Yeah, look at Bitcoin. Yeah, definitely. Ripple. Yes, guys, smash the like button. Let's look at AVAX. Let's definitely look at AVAX. I want to look at AVAX. Here's the other thing too, just the last thing before we look at AVAX. This is a 66% correction to our bear market bottom, 55% correction to our bear market bottom here. It gets less volatile over time. Say it's 10, 11% less would be 44% correction, 23. It's the area I've been talking about, 22, 23. My gut instinct tells me that that's probably the bottom. Maybe recession, maybe other crazy things could bring us lower, but that's kind of my gut instinct right now that that's the bottom. So AVAX, AVAX right here. What we've been looking at AVAX, $26. I mean, my main view for a lot of these altcoins is they'll probably, obviously, they'll bottom out with Bitcoin, and I think this next, this will be the first time ever, I believe, you get that green dot below here on your weekly, and that's a strong buying opportunity. I think that could be your bottom, and it'll probably happen as you cross into the red on AVAX here. That's kind of what it looks like will happen. And your RSI's coming down here, VOL coming down a bit more, getting deep into the red. So I do think there's going to be a bit more carnage. I think you'll get maybe one or two more yellow X's here on the daily, come down a bit more in terms of price where we could end up. I think there's a decent shot you hold $18, $20. If you don't, it's probably $10, unfortunately, but I think there's a decent shot you could hold $20. This is a pretty good project. I think this will do very well long term, but with any altcoin, they're always going to be risky. Let's look at XRP right here. So your weekly is in the red, but last time we're gonna get that. That's actually the first time on this chart that we're gonna get a green dot that appears below here with this anchor wave coming down. That could signify your bottom. I do think there's a good shot you test the high 20s, at least in my opinion, you test the high 20 cents here. One last leg down. That's my main view on a lot of these. You test the major point that we're closest to. You come down another, I don't know, 20, 30% from where we are kind of on most of these altcoins. Let's see. So yeah, let's look at Bitcoin ETH really quick. And it's obviously going to be, it's going to show us that it's going to be more likely that Bitcoin outperforms it. This is, do I have to draw the, I don't look at these as often, but no, that's not what we want to. Bitcoin, yeah, it's basically a tension token ETH. I guess this does. Doing well, and I believe it'll continue to do well. Green dot, yeah, it's in these environments, it'll probably continue to outperform for at least a few months. So yeah, let's see here. Solana. Yeah, let's look at Solana. I do in the exclusive Discord, I do have some shorts open that are doing okay. They're all in the green. It's just been a matter of waiting until things play out. If you're interested in the exclusive Discord, link in the description below. It's on my trade entry points, stop losses, take profits. You might want to hold off until April 1st, or excuse me, June 1st, because Patreon, how they work is they double charge you the first of every month. So probably wait a few days for that, so you don't get double charged. Yeah, and you're coming down there. You got a bullish divergence here. I do think for Solana, I've been saying this general area we will probably test $30, $29. I think that would be a strong area for a bottom, kind of like everything else, another 20, 30% down. Once you get that green dot in the weekly, that's probably going to signify, your bear market bottom. Worst case scenario, if things get really, really ugly, I mean, anything could happen. Look, you come deep into the red, ooh, that's where you're probably, I mean, I hate to say it, but what would a percentage? Well, yeah, probably another 70, 80% down from here, $10 or something. That's worst possible case scenario. I don't think that's going to happen, especially for a lot of the ones in the top 10, top 50, but we will see. We will see. cake. That one's been so down, man. Maybe we'll look at it if we have time. SPX. So yeah, I mean, my main view right now is I think we're going to get some relief. I could be wrong, but get somewhat of some relief. I mean, I think you popped up a lot here, but so I think it would make sense for to come back down, maybe test this a third time or something, and then get some relief coming up towards midterms, just enough where it makes it look like we could come up to new all-time highs to help out people trying to get in for midterms. And this is this is the main thing here on the weekly. Look, these don't happen too often. 2019, last time we pumped up with this green dot confirmed was, let's see, when it did finally confirm, or when it did start appearing, let's say, 35%. So not to say we're going to pump up that much, but from kind of, let's take an average area right here, 30%, that would bring you up to new all-time highs by the end of the year. And that would make for kind of, it would make for more of a healthy market. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it would make for a single digit increase towards the end of the year. I think that definitely is possible. And then after that, we'll see what happens. You could even, if you look back here, you could even pump up a lot now and still go into recession, still come down. Things don't go, just straight one way or the other. Let's go back to our last recession in 08. I mean, look, you came down quite a bit. This was, I believe, 20%. And then you came up a good amount. So then you came up, 15%. So say we rally 15% towards midterms. We could rally 15% towards midterms. Let's see. And that would probably be August, September, October, 15%, something like that. More of a sideways type market overall, consolidation. That would bring it up just enough. So, oh yeah, it's coming back. It's good, 4,500. And then after that, we'll see. Maybe you can make new all-time highs from that green dot, or you just come flying back down. But in terms of real short term, I'd expect probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you should pull back. I would say. Monday flow crossover here, it could be just a fluke. You're getting up to that, that fib level. Maybe reject off of that. You come back down a little bit. Nothing goes up in a straight line. But yeah, after a 20% correction, obviously. Yeah, I mean, what are we down at the moment? Let's just see, in terms of what we are trading at the exact moment, 41.58, right? Yeah, 14% down. So it gets volatile once you hit those big points. You got to be vigilant. You got to be right there to get into that low area, even with even something like the S&P 500. So yeah. CF theory of weekend price action reverses on market open. So that means because this weekend was, I don't know, it was sideways. So, well, if it was a little bit more bearish with this tiny pump we had this morning, that means we come down. So, yeah. But I'm just going by, what I'm seeing on the charts. Let's see here. Sunday night dump is definitely possible. Monday dump, into next week is definitely possible. Do I have a daily trading routine? I set notifications. I look at those notifications. I spend at least a few hours looking at the charts. I enter when the time is right. I go by my strategies. If you guys are interested in my trading course, I go through it a lot there. Evanaldo.com. There's a discount code that's going to expire pretty soon in the link in the description below. In terms of strategies, but in terms of trading routine, I don't have an exact routine, but I enter trades, when I'm awake, when the things look right. And, it's a lot of times in mornings, weekday mornings are really good, especially Monday through Thursday. I'd say Friday, Saturday, Sunday are probably the toughest days overall, but you can still have some good trades in those days here and there. Notifications, that's, I go through a lot of those, in other places, premium content, my course. So yeah, 30K in the cards. Probably not. maybe, but we'll see. I mean, what's happening at the moment here? Let's look at let's put some sire lines in here. I mean, you're coming out with the 15. I mean, it seems like a little FOMO will wake up, and then you're just gonna come back down. I think most likely, but it is boring. I mean, this is just kind of it's a weekend. Go to the beach if you live near a beach, relax a little bit, just wait for things to play out. It is a holiday weekend, so just relax, I would say. That's always a nice thing to do. Kind of like how the Chads trade. They're more relaxed and they wait till the time is right. So yeah. Let's see here. 83 viewers, 34 likes. Guys, smash the like button. I will be giving away nothing if we get 100 likes. Nothing at all. Let's see. How's Adam holding up? Could be getting close here. Maybe one last leg down, 7. Yeah, it's five, between $5 and $7, something like this. I don't think you'll go under $5. Kind of first time ever. I mean, I don't remember exactly when this came out, but first time ever we're getting this, deep anchor wave on the weekly here. So could be extremely bullish. Could be extremely bullish. Monthly red X. A lot of these, the monthly red X, once it confirms in 2 days. That signifies at least very close to the bottom. Also on Bitcoin, let's see. Let's look at our monthly red X. It should be confirming probably in the same amount of time, 2 days. Yeah. So we come down for the next 2 days. Maybe that could signify the exact bottom, kind of how it did once it confirmed here on this one back in April 2020. We'll see what happens though. There's a few where it comes down a bit more, but we already had that dump within the candle, unlike 2018. So it could definitely be close to the bottom here in that aspect. We've been kind of building up. I feel like when you just trend sideways for so long, you're building up a lot of steam, a lot of momentum. So we could really come down quickly in the next week. I don't see this going on. This nonsense of just sideways action going on for too much longer here. I think you're definitely gonna have some type of outcome, whether it's up or down, and I think most likely it's down. He's been a big new fan. He's in a lot of the chats. Bitcoin Slut 1. So yeah. 8 viewers, 2 likes. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm gonna go to the beach in a little bit. I'm trying to think what other. I mean, Zcash. You guys know I like. It's held up pretty well. I think this next. That's gonna be a bullish divergence in the weekly. That's the first time that. Well, yeah. That's not a divergence. Bullish on the weekly. I think we come down. One last time. 58, $60. Probably worst case scenario, high 40s, 50, something like that, and then you're kind of home free, I think. Monthly, red X here, confirms in 2 days like everything else, so that'll be kind of the situation to see, whether we come down farther there. I think it would be fair to look at oil. I mean, definitely coming back up. It's you're about to get that monthly red dot here. The last 2 times didn't really mean too much. These came forward. I'm trying to think. Does anyone know any good oil funds or whatever that I could do TA on, like something that's an actual thing you could buy, not something that just actually went to zero. Something people are actually buying. What is it? Trying to think the ones people are looking at. Natural gas, maybe. Yeah, this one I believe. Yeah. This is probably better to do some TA on. Green dot on your weekly. Last time this happened, kind of like this. Bam, came up a bit more. Could bring us up to like $40 or something. And some good curvature right. Wow, this just kept going down and down. Yeah. Some good curvature on here. I like the monthly. People definitely have been talking about the monthly. How's the 2 week? Into the green. Wow. Yeah, it does look pretty good. However, the argument, this time it did not work out as well. It just signified a high, and then he came down lower. However, the RSIs were split here. Now they're together. That might be the move. However, I know somebody who, this is anecdotal. Don't trade based on this, but I know a guy who, and usually whenever somebody gives you a tip, like I know somebody who always loses in the market, and they're going hard on oil right now. So we'll see. We'll see. You might. I mean, it's in the news. Everybody kind of knows oil's up. I mean, curving out with the money flow here. Could go either way with this. I mean, if the the thing is, like, if the market does, S&P does rally a bit in the next few months, this probably will not continue to go up. That's the thing here. However, the main thing is all your long-term time frames. However, 2 week, I mean, this could take a while to play out. We could come all the way back down to $20. Then it could, this June 23. It could take a while. It could take a while here. So, there's not really the opportunity aside from like, leverage trading or options or other things of that nature to really, make a killing like by just going along right now, like we were able to do in, the end of 2020 with Bitcoin. Or, the Fed's not going to let that happen. It's going to be more manufactured where you can't just keep, going straight up anymore. That's kind of what they're doing because they've had enough of this nonsense. Hex, SSE, okay. Hex, let's see here. I was looking at this the other day. Yeah, no bueno. I don't know what happened here. That is a big drop. Now it's back up. This could be getting, I've been saying, this point's big. We kind of lost this point right now. We're back up though. That point's big. I think a cent. I'm thinking a cent. Because Richard Hart for the longest time said Bitcoin going to 10K. I'm saying his thing's going to 1 cent. But maybe even less around there. Yeah, it doesn't look, because the other things too, the weekly is coming up. This weekly isn't coming up yet. Monthly, well, it's still the same with the monthly red X. So it likely could bottom out with everything else. I probably would stay away from it right now. Some weird stuff going on. And this was another one that looked pretty good. I don't know the fundamentals too much, like if, with wars and things, if this would do better, Boeing. But if you look at the monthly here, this is more long-term, maybe an option that expires in a year on this or something I've been looking into. Green over here, or yeah, red over here, look what happened, bam. Red over here, this was a 1. You had a little bit of a relief, then you came down a little bit more. And that was over a couple year period. So very long term, you're down a lot, 73%. Now you're up to like 132, you're still down 70%. It would make sense, if the S&P has a little bit of rally for the next few months to come up a bit, especially with this divergence about the print on the weekly. You might be able to do well with this. And I could see this pumping up to, where could this go? Let's see. This could probably, I can see it's coming back up to here, 174, something like that. If you get a nice 60%, you could double, maybe, come up to back to that point or close to it by the end of the year or something. Well, it's March 24, but it's in the weekly actually. Something like this, in a few months, towards the end of the year or something. Definitely see us rallying a bit here. Let's see. Yeah, I already answered this question. You probably weren't listening. 46 likes, 81 viewers. We get off in just a minute here. But yeah, let's look at Bitcoin again. See if anything's going on. Are we pumping? Are we dumping? Kind of just the same boring nonsense. Just nothing is really, it is a very boring market. Let's just draw like some local fib levels to see, what are we hitting. We got to zoom out to at least I don't know, 4 hour to even draw a local fib level because, you're hitting that fib level right now. So you're hitting a pocket. Next one up is around 29. After that, you got your spiral line at almost 30. And let's see, are we forming any the divergences? Well, you're going to form a potential. I would say if you come up a couple dollars more, you're going to get potential 6-minute bearish divergence. That 15-minute bearish divergence, well, probably 10-minute actually. When that does happen, which it could happen relatively soon as this comes up, and you're so sideways where it could be a couple of hours from now, that's what could bring it down, especially with your 4-hour VO curving down. I could see this coming back deep into the red here, especially on a Sunday night dump or something. So just a very, very boring market, but it will. One thing I could say with certainty is it will get, more interesting. We already looked at Ripple. So yeah. All right, guys. 48 likes, 76 viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're interested in my trading course, link in the description below, where I go over risk management, trading psychology, all the strategies I use to trade, why I think the majority of people lose in this game, everything theoretically you need to know to be a profitable trader. So check that out, link in the description below. If you want to check out my exclusive Discord, link in the description below as well, where I give some of my trade entries, stop losses, take profits, and exclusive TA. Not right 100% of the time, but we have a very high success rate in there. I would suggest waiting till the 1st of next month, because you will get double charged if you sign up now. So wait till June 1st. If you want to get Market Cipher, link in the description below. Use my discount code down below. MEXC, BITGET, it's the same promo every YouTuber gives you. If you want to help support the channel, want to create a new account, use my links in the description below for MEXC and BITGET. If you want to do a one-on-one session with me, link in the description below. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks you so much for joining. Like and subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.